again inside Dune Awakening, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to farm aluminum as far of what items you need and what locations that you need to be hitting up to get the most out of this. So let's just go ahead and jump right on in. So to start off here, there are a few things you need to keep in mind here. You can go ahead and harvest in a few ways. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about your hand cuddle, since this is something you can indeed do, but you want to go ahead and make sure you at least have a cuddleway Mark 3 or higher, because if not, you will not be able to get your hands on the aluminum. But if you want to be the most efficient about this, obviously having a buggy is what you want, since buggy do give you a bonus amount of yield as well as bigger storage. And then once again, once you start bringing in your kill tree stuff as well, you can go ahead and amplify how much you're getting any further, or at least by a small percentage. But when it comes to the buggy itself, there is a very specific cutaway you're going to need, so keep this in mind. Your very first cutaway will not be able to cut any of this, since it can only cut, of course, copper, granite, metal, iron, and carbon, and however that E word pronounced, I have no idea. But nonetheless, when it comes to cutting aluminum, if you are going to use your vehicle, you need to go ahead and come on down and get your aluminum cutter for your buggy. This is a Mark 4. And of course, that will then allow you to actually get your hands on bath salt, which, by the way, I did a video all about it. Probably mispronounce that just now. But nonetheless, you can go ahead and watch the video above if you want to farm that material for housing or in-game stuff. And also aluminum. So make sure you go ahead and get this unlocked. And you can go ahead and begin researching that. Just know it's going to require a couple things, and it will require some aluminum to start off here. So, of course, to begin that process, you will have to mine on foot. But with that being said, when it comes to actually finding aluminum, there are two specific zones you want to go ahead and hit up to start off here, which is the eastern shield wall as well as the western shield wall, all going to be your two locations where you find the most of this. And when it comes to actually mining here, you want to go ahead and ideally come into the landmark by coming up that middle area right here off of the second zone. And the main reason you want to come up here is, of course, there is a handful of aluminum that will always be here no matter what. When we do have a weekly reset that comes in with the storm, since, of course, mining area will change, but the actual node for aluminum will always be in the two zones. But when it comes to actually finding them outside of the map, we do have the little stone right here, as you can see, is a more brownish stone with some white highlight. It does look kind of similar to the default granite stone, as you can see, but obviously it's a little more lighter and will have the whiteness around it. And when it comes to actually mining it, you will also realize it the right one, because as you can see from the symbol, it does require the cutaway. And we can go about farming it like any other P, which is, of course, just cutting it from the line or just cutting at it directly. But if you don't have a cutaway, you want to get your hands on some of the aluminum early, you can indeed still find them scattered around these little smaller pieces that you can just go ahead and pick up as is with no mining required. So you can go ahead and do that if you want. And once again, as for like guaranteed drops, as you can see here, I am in the recommended spot here. Once again, right through the middle ridge coming off of the second map here. And I do recommend setting up a base up here if you're able to, so you can go ahead and do the rounds of collecting so you can get any more, especially if you are going to be using the buggy. But nonetheless, once again, when it comes to this, as you can see here, we have 4 nodes right next to each other. And when it comes to the Pacific aluminum, these do not reset from week to week. When it comes to finding them in other places with inside of the wall sector, they will be randomized, but the Pacific area will always be here. That way you can start farming these at the beginning whenever you get to the zone. So let's just go ahead and finish up mining this and finishing this off. And of course, we will go ahead, and as you can see, I just got 39. So like any other material, it's a little up and down around 40, but you can get more once again with the buggy. And once again, if you have some abilities in your guild tree as well, that can help out to get you a couple more. So now that you got your hands on some aluminum, let's go ahead and talk about how we can actually start refining this. I've sent there with a couple steps here. First of all, we need to go ahead and get our hands on a middle ore refiner, which you can go ahead and find within your resource tab underneath the construction or the 3 little blocks, and you will find it down here in alumina process. So once you go ahead and get your hands on it, which will require some steel, cobalt paste, and some machinery stuff as well, and once you have that made, you will go ahead and have the ability now to make aluminum. So when it comes to actually making this, there is some requirement here. It's going to require for each individual ignite, it's going to require a 7 aluminum orb and 200 water to go ahead and start getting this created. So it is a lot more pricier than some of your other stuff. As example here, steel only take 50, ignite only take 25, and copper take, well, nothing. So as you can see, jumping from 50 water to 200 is a lot. So you are going to need some better water equipment in your base, and I will have a video coming very soon about the best way to get water/blood and which items are the best for upgrading your bait to give you the most amount of water. So make sure you do thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells so you don't miss out on that video. And there you have it, though, everything you need to know about getting your hand on some aluminum, where to farm it, as well as how to fabricate it, so you can go ahead and start using it to get any more weapon, equipment, vehicle, and so much more inside of Dune Awakening. And hopefully that will help you in some way, shape, or form. Let me know below in the comment what I should farm next. And like always, if you want to become like all the wonderful folks here, make sure to hit that wonderful join button here on YouTube. Come on over to twitch.tv/Maconn, where I stream every single night starting about 8 p.m. along my sleep schedule not screwed up. And you can hit that wonderful subscribe button over there, Amazon Prime, all that. And of course, by hitting up a Patreon as well. Links in the description to all that. So hit that up, get you some support, get you lifted here. And once again, a big thank you to everybody that is supporting the channel. And like always, I will go ahead and see you in the comments.